once again. These two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Trojans will kick it away to start us off. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blocker. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Notre Dame's offense takes the field to start this game off. We're hoping for a little more drama than we got a season ago when the Trojans obliterated the Irish.
They absolutely laid the hammer. And the Trojans, listen, this is a team that you can count on every year now. They're starting to put their name in the hat. They've always had so much prestige, tradition. End of the year, these games, they matter. Can they deliver another statement game again this year?
I think the Trojans coaching staff last year did such a good job getting their team's minds right. And the leaders in that locker room, they were really making sure that...
Oh, he's got some space. Big play in the running game, and they get him out of bounds right at the 50-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Might as well give it to him again. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Irish send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up the big return. The Trojans offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Quickly to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Behind the chains now on second and long. He'll do it himself. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Dropping back, it's Beck. Using his legs to buy some time. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Trojans look to keep this drive humming.
And these are the ones that they just add up, and they're so frustrating for a defender. Trust me, I'm a defensive guy. It's just annoying. You get him in third and medium. They're going to pass the football. You play the pass well, but man, does he have a good feel, and he just pulls it down, and it's almost like he knew exactly where he had to get, Smart scramble. Nice job getting the first down.
The short hands. It's Moore. On the move at the 30. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. First and 10, they're down to the 25. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Rushes on him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, running back gets the give.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking left. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the Trojans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Back to pass. Gets it out fast. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. These last 2 plays have just made you go, what are you doing? Third and goal, a chance to set it right. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Now the play fake. Trying to barrel in. And the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Trojans. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip into the secondary, make that big play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. He wants to take the top off. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. He'll try to take it back. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has him set up in business. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The run from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. The Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Finds his man. It's James. So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have been...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking to throw, it's Glagway. That's caught. It's Messer. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game-type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Complete on third down. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Messer. There he goes. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. He wants to throw it again. Caught near the sticks. It's Messer. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Scanning the field, it's Glagway. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. And they'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him. Gets away from one, finds room. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This time he's got his man.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was...
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll run play action. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Trojans line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Here come the Irish back on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense set on 1st down. He wants to change this route. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. And he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got the 1st down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
To the air on 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
This guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw in the previous play. Now he's showing off the speed, and you can't blame him, honestly. When you run like him, even if it's 1st down, if it's not open, just take it.
Got it! They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. To throw, it's Beck. Makes the catch, it's Moore. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Got it set up on the outside. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Trojans will have it first and 10. Pause to throw again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Napier. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Caught in the backfield. It's Napier. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a gap. It's Dalton. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. And you saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, USC! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll bring it out. It's Barres. He gets a block. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Dropping back, it's Beck. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. The give from the gun. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, the Jewel Shillelagh on the line, and already USC and Notre Dame has given us some impressive moments.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. On on the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
The Trojans come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. He's got an open man. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Third and short now from their own 48. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Got his man. It's a fumble on the play. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Trojans will try to pick it up on fourth down. Quick release on the RPO. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Wormley. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finds his man. It's Moore. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Trojans have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Splits the uprights. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And then so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Barrett. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. He's taking the shot. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 1st down and 10. Offense changing the play. Oh, they're after him. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards.
Man, that is a big negative negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Caught over the middle. It's Richardson. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
They'll run for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's reeled in. It's Moore. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking for a man. It's Beck. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the 1st down mark. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Back to pass. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Takes it the other way. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Big fella INT. Great job recognizing the screen. And how about the eye-hand coordination by the big man there? Hauling that interception in and then rumbling and bumbling and stumbling.
They'll move the wide receiver. Takes a hit as he fires. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Irish! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat and you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give to the tailback. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And wings it incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The Trojans will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He's got it. Slips through the line. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. They'll run the toss. He has the 1st and still on his feet. He now has 53 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Looking for room at the 30. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. And they take it in for 6 more points. The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that Jewel Shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype, does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What
Touchdown.
A game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the Jules Shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Beck. Working that left side now. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Using his legs, it's Dalton. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
Brings up second down.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Gets the back moving. They'll go to work in the air on second down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on third down and try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Under fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got him downfield. Got room at the 35. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Unleashes one deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage.
Turning it on. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, I'm calling him, I guess.
After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the stomping has commenced. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The give. Touchdown, Irish! And the route is on. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw. It's Beck. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They run the reverse. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. It's reverse. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Well, this offense can get after you a variety of ways in the running game, and one of the ways they do it is by using their wide receivers on jet sweeps. Good example right there.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the 1st without scoring. Wide receiver going in motion. Power football with the run. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air, it's Beck. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And eventually taken down. But what about that spin move gives him the first down yardage? Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Dalton. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Shoots his way for more, and he'll be brought down.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there.
That's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. At the 35, he's loose.
God, it was so positive, and you did such a good job scrambling and making a play, but finish it. Finish that play understanding I got some positive yards. Let's get down. Let's take care of the football. Didn't do a good job at the end of the run.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here come the Irish back on offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built a lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Flushed out of the pocket. He'll